Hello and welcome. I'm the Autistic Modeler, and today we're going to be building the cat. This is a 73 Cougar. So come on in, let's take a look. Before we get started, I want to remind everyone at home that April is Autism Awareness Month. So be sure to take a look around and do some searching of your own to find out more about this. It's pretty special to have it. So it's kind of like a superpower, like I've told you before in some of my videos. So if you know somebody have it, or maybe you think you might, talk to a professional and find out more about your superpower. So let's get to the kit.
The Autistic Modeler is proud to be partnered with Round 2 Models, the makers of great kits from AMT, MPC, and Polar Lights. Get yours today.
Well, all right, let's take a look at that box. This was sent over by Round 2 for a full build and review. This box art is like vintage. I would say this is from the, I guess, late 70s issue when they came out with this. This has been issued a few times. And it's kind of like that vintage style packaging. I really enjoy when they do that. And then here's some of our options. Looks like we have white wall tires included. Nice set of decals. There's our interior shot. Underneath, looks like we have some big headers possibly. And then there's our side there. It's custom wheels included, like a street machine. Let's look over here. Here's a side profile of it. And then you got the cat decals and side pipers and scoops and mirrors. This is pretty cool. Let's open it up. All right. All right, well, right away we got that big 73 Cougar. Now these years have gotten a little bit bigger than the 67 to 70 models. This type was like on the Mustang chassis of this era. It's all unibody there. It's got a nice looking interior. Vinyl top there. Really nice looking. I really like it. And there's our glass. And then our taillights. Pretty cool. And here's some pieces here. This is a badge of some kind. It says Cougar Street Machine. Street is neat. Now we might paint that up. We'll see. There's some headers. End of them. Air filter. Custom intake there. Now I believe this has 2 complete engines. So we're going to find that out. Looks like this is a Boss 429 engine here. That's what it's looking like. Okay. And then here's our bucket seats and our exhaust, the suspension springs, drive shaft. Now it has this convertible down boot. So if you're skilled enough, maybe you could cut that roof off, make it convertible, and put that boot on there. That'd be pretty interesting. Pretty cool they included that. All right, and then here's our rear axle, hood, and the hood is got a mark in it, so you can cut that out for your hood scoop if you like. I'm not sure what that piece is. There's our radiator support, battery, other axle, suspension pieces. And then here's the second engine. I believe this is a 428 engine here. This is what it's looking like. I'm a Ford guy, so I kind of spot some of this. There's our stock manifolds, an automatic transmission, probably a C6 automatic. And then this is like emission control stuff. So this car actually has California emissions, I would guess. Okay. And then here's our under the hood, like shock tower area. These are the shock tower pieces that go right here. Radiator, wheel backs, our scooper. And it looks like maybe a spoiler of some kind right there. And dashboard. Now this looks like some kind of massive parachute. I don't know what's going on with that. We'll have to look in the book and find out. And then here's our steering wheel. Looks like headrest and maybe wheel back pieces, I would guess. Or chrome parts. Yeah, look at that. So we got our big 429 engine here. And then we got the 428 with the smaller valve covers, side pipes. And we got our stock wheel covers there. Our big Cougar grill. That really says, man, I'm here. I'm a Cougar, right? Look at that. Then we got some custom wheels. There are 2 different oil pans for your engine type that you choose. Some starter, some other pieces here, so you're going to have to watch which version you decide to build, what pieces you're going to use. And I don't know what these are. Antennas? I really don't know what those are. We'll have to look at a book for that too. Okay, and then count all these tires with me. Look at this. You got 4 of these really nice white walls. They don't have a brand name, but they are pad printed. Really nice. I like when they do this. So you got 4 of those. Got 4 of them guys. And then you got 4, and these are BF Goodrich. This is a nice tire. Good white letter you can paint on there. So you get 4 of those. So you get 8 tires in this kit. And then there's a little sales brochure thing. You can look through that. And here's our book. And here's the decal sheet. You got several different versions. Let me turn it over. There we go. We got the Cougars there. The cat. This stripe's pretty neat. I kind of like that. Lots of nameplates for the side and the rear. Some decals here for the license plate. It says Purr, Colorado. Pretty nice there. That's nice. And then here's our book. Let's take a look at that. Yeah. A lot of my viewers said I want me to look at the book a little closer, so we'll go ahead and do that. There's our stock 428 Cobra Jet engine here. And then, the submission control thing hooks to the cylinder heads and all that. You know, it'll be like the air injection. You guys remember that from the 70s? So the air pump and all that stuff. And then there's how to build the rest of the... Now, this is your 429. They're calling it a semi-Hemi. As a Ford guy, I kind of disagree with that nomenclature, but that's all right. We know what it is. And then it shows how you build that. There's our oil filter going on. Our transmission. And it looks like we have 2 different starters, so you got to watch which version you're building. Our interior, pretty basic. And then our wheel covers with the white walls, or your mag wheels with the BF Goodrich, or you can mix and match. You can do what you want. This is your rig. And then here's some underneath detail, control arms and transmission cross mount over here, and a rear suspension, exhaust, pretty basic stuff there. And then you pick what style you want, headers or manifolds. Underhood details, pretty nice on this. You can almost take this and combine it with one of the earlier Mustangs, and that would go right in there and make that really nice looking detail. So there's our rear bumper, and I believe that's about it, I think. Oh wait, here's some on the other side. Here we go. This is optional decal placement here with your scooper, and there's that wing and whatnot. This is pretty nice, and really nice front end on there. So we're gonna Googleize some pictures and see what we come up with. All right, stick with me. Well, all right. It's that time again. That's right. Final assembly. Let's take a look what we got. Well, first of all, let's look at that Cougar body. That turned out really cool. I really like that color I picked. The vinyl top looks really good. The trimming right there. Great stuff. Really neat looking body. That looks good. And then there's our window glass. And then here is our interior. Look at that. That turned out great. Look at that vinyl seats. That turned out really well. I like that. And then here's our big 428 engine. I put the emission control components on it. Looks really good. And then there's our battery. And there's our front bumper. Now, when I was Googleizing pictures, I saw that on the 73 model year cars, it had this larger bumper. So they had put this rubber piece that was the same color as the car in there, and that's what took up the space of the large bumper and grill area. So I went ahead and painted that up. That looks pretty good. And I really like these wheels and tires. Them white walls look really good. Really nice. And then there's our radiator support. And then this will glue to the chassis and then go up inside. And then there's our underneath, our shock absorbers, muffler, and gas tank. Looks pretty good. Turned out well. Our taillights turned out really nice. And then we'll have these emblems and nameplates to put on. I'm glad they supplied that. That looks really good. And then there's our license plates. So when we come back, we'll be all finished. Stick with me. Well, all right, here it is. The 1973 Cougar, the Cat by MPC. This was a really cool kit. I really enjoyed building it. The final assembly was a little tricky because I had to figure a few things out. To get it to sit nice and level, I had to add some plastic to the underneath of the interior box, as you can see here. And it brought it back up, and I also had to trim the rear of the chassis, like this right here, this area here, because once I raised it up, then it didn't fit. It was too far forward, but it made it nice and level. Turned out really well. And then the hood's a tight fit, so it holds itself up pretty good, and it closes and fits nice. And the mirrors went on really good. And there's our 428 engine. It turned out really well. Went in there nicely. I really like that wheel and tires. Looks good. And the color I picked was appropriate from the 70s. That goldenrod type color. I really like this kit. It says "Purr" on the license plate. Pretty cool stuff. I really enjoyed building it. I really like this kit. Let's show the underneath a little bit. There we go. And see how Ford dusted the color onto the body on that primer? And then they did the black under the hood, and they just faded it on there. You saw how I did that earlier with just laying a piece of paper so it's not a nice straight line. It's kind of faded a little bit. And there's our shock absorber and exhaust. The interior turned out really well. I really like this kit. And as you can see, I took and simulated that rubber filler there for the bumper, because they had them large 5-mile-an-hour bumpers, and they had to move in when it got hit. So when it came back, that piece had to be flexible so it won't damage anything. There we go. And I picked the XR7 package to put on mine. Turned out really good. I really enjoyed building this. And I also painted up that Cougar badge that was in there. I just put a little piece of strip plastic I found to hold it up. Turned out good. Let's close that hood so you can see the whole effect. There we go. There you go. Look at that. Great. I like that vinyl top. I really enjoyed building this. And I want to thank Round 2 for sending it over for a full build and review. And I want to thank you, the viewers, to keep me moving in this YouTube channel. So I want to thank you guys again. Also, Until next time, I'm the Autistic Modeler. Happy modeling.